what distinguishes people who choose to work in this particular area? And remember, people who choose to work in this particular area, it's not necessarily all that they do. I mean, I direct plays which are not theatre of the oppressed. Boal directed plays which were not theatre of the oppressed. Nothing I love more than doing a Shakespeare, so did Augusto. But I think the thing which perhaps distinguishes people who choose to work with this methodology rather than people who choose to work with other methodologies is a level of engagement with the world and with issues, and perhaps a clearer political consciousness or a clearer consciousness that pretty much everything is political when you come down to it. And an awareness that change can be affected remarkably by using the arts. In terms of competencies, I would rather think of it as it's a sort of aptitude, really. I mean, you have got to be good at listening. You've got to be good at being open to a variety of views. That doesn't mean you abandon your own views. Of course you have your own views. But in terms of working with communities, marginalized communities, you've really just got to be open to people and respectful of people. One of the reasons Cardboard Citizens, I think, has always worked is we have really high standards for people. We never talk down to people. We never patronize people. We speak to people because they're people, like we're people, we're all people. So I think there's a degree of openness to others, which is perhaps an attitude or an aptitude. Then after that, there are some particular skills which come into play in being a good joker, for instance. And being a good joker is really about taking a lot of risks, being in the moment, listening really carefully to what is being said, and noticing opportunities for intervention and welcoming all sorts of disturbances and subversions, because you can only subvert things that don't want to be subverted. Know what I mean? Because you can't subvert things which embrace subversion. There's nothing to subvert. We're not selling anything. So you've got to be the kind of person who takes pleasure in that. And I suppose fundamentally you have got to have a decent level of human sympathy with people in situations of oppression. And I think that's partly to do with recognizing, honestly, that it could be you. It's not you, thank God. You're privileged, you're white, you're male, whatever. And you've got to be aware of that. Of course, you've got to be aware of that. But you mustn't let that terrify you either. I mean, because if you can talk to people, you can talk to people. So you don't pretend to be anybody other than who you are. I am who I am. I have all the things that I have. But it's about being honest and yes, fundamentally being in sympathy with and in solidarity with the oppressed.